Actress Lena Dunham is upset because she says serving sushi in a college dining hall is cultural appropriation from the Japanese. This relates, I'm having trouble even telling you this with a straight face. Students at Oberlin College, her alma mater, are complaining that the school is engaging in insensitive behavior by serving culturally appropriated food in its dining halls. This includes banh mi sandwiches from Vietnam, as well as sushi, traditionally considered Japanese food. Tomoyo Joshi, who's a junior, wrote in the college paper that the undercooked rice and lack of fresh fish is disrespectful. Okay, well, at least they aren't saying that serving sushi, period, is the problem. It's that it's not being done well. And I can actually understand being upset by crappy fish on my rice. But in comes Lena Dunham, who, as I mentioned, went to school at Oberlin, and she said the following, which I will put up on the screen for you. There are now big conversations at Oberlin, where I went to college, about cultural appropriation and whether the dining hall sushi and banh mi disrespect certain cuisines. The press reported it as, how crazy are Oberlin kids? But to me, it was actually right on. This really makes no sense to me. I mean, American culture is cultural appropriation. It is a mix of cultures from around the world that have come to the United States. Our system of government is based on the British system. Rock and roll, which is considered American, is based on blues, which is based on Negro spirituals sung by slaves from Africa. You'd better stop serving chicken parm, Lewis, because that's cultural appropriation. The region of Italy is named Parma, after all.
Our language is Germanic, right? Our alphabet, Latin. Yeah.
And of course, banh mi is made with baguette, which is French anyway. So who really culturally appropriated that? This is sort of indicative, it's ridiculous, but it's indicative of this on-campus problem that we've been dealing with, the safe spaces, the pointless political correctness that goes above and beyond anything that is just trying to limit people being offensive for the sake of being offensive, the concerning decisions made about free speech and discussions of terrorism. We've talked about growing anti-Semitism on campus. This is, on one level, just sushi, but it is representative of so much of the problem of what's going on right now.
It's definitely part of that world, and believe me, I understand if you're going to serve sushi and banh mi's, please try to do it well.
Of course.
So I wouldn't call it cultural appropriation. It's more like cultural annihilation.
It's just bad food, right? I mean, if the problem is that the fish isn't fresh, then that's just a problem. It's not a question of being offensive to the Japanese per se, because the food comes from them. I think it's the totally wrong angle to take on it. I think this is ridiculous, and Lena Dunham getting involved in this as opposed to something else that seems worthwhile, given that she has a platform and is someone of notoriety, seems like a real waste of time to me.